Good day everyone, we are Group 1. Today, we'll present to you one of the world's best islands and the pride of the Philippines, Boracay. A lot of change happened when the pandemic came. Right now, we travel with lots of precautions and we face many challenges ahead. But it became an advantage for us to conserve our environment and be more conscious about our safety. The latest technologies were more known during this time and we learned a lot about that. In connection, this presentation will be a good example.
Boracay is a tropical island located in the northwest corner of the island of Panay in the Western Visayas region or Region 6 of the Philippines. The island is approximately 7 kilometers long, dog-bone shaped with the narrowest spot being less than 1 kilometer wide and has a total land area of 10.32 square kilometers. Boracay Island is under the administrative control of the Philippine Tourism Authority in coordination with the provincial government of Aklan. Boracay Island was originally home to the Ati tribe. Boracay is a part of Aklan Province which became an independent province on April 25, 1956. Formerly undiscovered, it wasn't until the 1970s that tourism began to develop in Boracay, when a German writer, James Peter, published a book where he called the island a paradise on earth in 1978, describing Boracay history and the beautiful island in details. The island was introduced to the world. The island became popular with the backpackers in the 1980s, turning Boracay into one of the world's most renowned beach destinations. Named as one of the best islands in the world by international travel magazines, Boracay is undeniably a great beach destination. Boracay is famous for its fine white sand beaches, thrilling water activities, and great nightlife experiences. While it's popular for the beaches, there are more tourist spots in Boracay that are worth the visit too. Boracay has two primary tourism beaches, the White Beach and the Bulabog Beach. Both are located on opposite sides of the island's narrow central area. White Beach faces towards the west, and Bulabog Beach faces towards the east. The island also has several other beaches. One of the main reasons people flock to Boracay is the world-famous White Beach. It is a long stretch of fine white sand beach with a length of about 4 kilometers divided into 3 stations. Station 1, home of Willis Rock. This station is less crowded, probably because most 5-star hotels in the Philippines and resorts are here. The atmosphere here is quiet, calm, and peaceful, which is why most families with big groups tend to stay here. Station 2, it is the home of many food, bar, and shopping establishments, which is why it is considered the center of Boracay. D Mall, the biggest mall in Boracay and the preferred pick-up point for most tours and activities on the island, is in here. You can find mid-range Boracay resorts and hotels in this area. Station 3 is the most serene part because it has less crowds and quieter. This area is for Boracay budget hotels and hostels, but surprisingly, there are some luxury resorts as well. It's much quieter than Station 2, but the beach is much deeper here. However, the nature is adamant in the area because flora and fauna surround it. You will never run out of exciting things to do in Boracay, from swimming, island hopping, diving, snorkeling, parasailing, kayaking, dining, and parties. Because of this, Boracay has been cited multiple times as one of the best islands and beaches in the world according to reputable publications and travelers' choice lists. The best month to visit Boracay is between March to May because it is the dry season here in the Philippines. Besides, beaches are better to be experienced during the summer. But before you explore the Boracay tourist attractions, make sure you have all the necessary Boracay travel requirements for a hassle-free trip.
Trends and challenges present at the chosen destination during pandemic. Trends. You'll never really run out of things to do in Boracay. And to help you plan your Boracay trip, here are the trends in Boracay during the pandemic that will definitely make your visit safe and memorable. Staycation packages. The staycation packages on Boracay is on the trends because it saves you a lot of money, including booking flight tickets, looking for accommodation, and booking rooms. Everything is done on your behalf by the tour operator, and you simply pay the total charge. So if you want to travel to the beach capital of the Philippines on a budget, just by having a Boracay tour package makes it a hassle-free vacation. You can find the best flight promos and hotel deals at Traveloka, so you only have to think about what you want to do and places you want to visit in Boracay. Cashless payments. As we head into the second year of the pandemic, the world continues to adjust to the new normal. Boracay Island is no exception. The island, hailed as one of the best beaches in the world, is now leveling up to the cashless mode of payments. Since Boracay reopening to domestic tourists last September 8, 2021, more businesses on the island have started to pick up again. But with the threat of the virus still present, establishments and other small businesses move to cashless transactions to protect themselves and their guests. In a video of Dapat Alam Mo of GMA News Public Affairs, they interview Lalaine Bantang, a hair braider on the island. She said that whenever tourists come and have their hair braided, they always ask if she has GCash. Due to its growing demand, Lalaine decided to use GCash too as a mode of accepting payment from her guests. The GCash Garewi's Boracay partnership stands to benefit e-trike drivers and passengers as cashless transactions help protect them from the pandemic by allowing them to observe social distancing through contactless payments. GCash and Paymaya are two of the most popular local cashless payment methods available.
Boracay hair braiding is very fashionable and many visitors to the island had their hair done this way. In fact, many famous celebrities have also got their hair braided when they went to Boracay. There are plenty of salons in the area and some locals approach you and offer to braid your hair right on the beach. You can have different styles done to your hair. After getting braids, you can add some gems or other colorful decorations. You can also add some coconut oil or aloe vera. The cost depends on the amount of work you want done. At the salons, the fee will be at least 50 pesos. The more elaborate ones will cost 250 to 300 pesos. Boracay hair braiding is so popular that many like to keep it for as long as possible. Fortunately, there are treatments available to make it long-lasting. But if you are the artistic type, why not get Boracay henna tattoos? If you want a souvenir from your trip to the island, these tattoos will do just fine. You can find tattoo artists all over White Beach. There are also some tattoo studios in the Lipapa Market and other places around the island. There is no limit to the kind of design you can make. You can have flowers, heart shapes, letters, dogs, fantasy animals, and many more. This tattoo is not permanent. Most will last for 2 weeks. The duration will vary depending on the design complexity. It can be 5 minutes, half an hour, or even longer. These Boracay henna tattoos can be applied anywhere on your body. These parlors have catalogs with different kinds of designs. You can choose from one of them or get one customized. The cost will depend on the artist and what type of design you want to have. A small 2-inch tattoo will cost anywhere from 80 to 100 pesos. Some of the medium-sized ones will set you back about 200 pesos. Kayaking in Boracay is included in most travel packages. This is understandable as it is one of the most popular water sport activities and one of the most exciting you can do, especially that it has been popular nowadays because it is for Instagrammable pictures. At Puka Island, price ranges from 250 to 300 pesos per person. You can share the crystal kayak with anyone. But the Boracay glass bottom boat tour is perfect for those who want to see the beauty of the island waters without getting soaked. It also has none of the complexities of the other water sport activities. The Boracay glass bottom boat also lets you see pastel-colored fish and assorted sea creatures. Here are other trending water activities and Boracay activities that will help you make the most of your island getaway. Whether you are a first-timer or a returning visitor well aware of Boracay's charm.
travel requirements for safety and health-focused measures. We are still in the midst of pandemic. The new normal swab test or the RT-PCR test is still one of the requirements before traveling to another location. This testing is critical in our efforts to contain and medicate the COVID-19 pandemic by identifying infected individuals and preventing further COVID-19 transmission from person to person. If the result is negative, you can now travel. Before exploring the famous Boracay tourist spots, make sure you comply with the latest Boracay requirements. Here's a list of the Boracay travel requirements 2022 you must take note of before your trip. Vaccination card for fully vaccinated individuals. Negative RT-PCR for unvaccinated taken not later than 72 hours prior to arrival in Aklan. Certificate of undertaking for children below 12 years old. Confirmed hotel booking from DOT accredited establishment with CAO. Round-trip flight and travel details. Minors aged 12 to 17 must also present a vaccination card upon entry. touristboracay.com. And lastly, proof of identification with Philippine residency.
Challenges. Number 1 is quarantine in Boracay. Late March 2020, Boracay began as she quickly closed her doors to the rest of the world. The government issued stay at home. Initiative was enforced for at least 600,000 residents in Aklan province. Over the coming weeks, Boracay resorts, shops, schools, bars, and restaurants were closed, the latter turning to takeout and delivery to stay afloat. COVID-19 quarantine in Boracay was shockingly reminiscent of 2018 closure. With strict curfews in place, a liquor ban, Boracay beach resorts closed. No activities or swimming on the famous White Beach. No tourists, and worst of all, the loss of business and jobs. Yet again, the poor people of Boracay began to go hungry. Number 2 is Boracay tourist arrivals declined by 40% due to coronavirus. Tourist arrivals in the island of Boracay fell significantly in February 2020 as a result of travel restrictions imposed to prevent the spread of the novel coronavirus. From 172,695 visitors in January, the number has dropped by 40% to 103,834. According to the Malay Municipal Tourism Office, the number of foreign visitors has dropped from a daily average of 4,100 to just 1,400. The China market, one of the island's largest inbound markets, was the hardest hit, with arrivals dropping by 59,768 in February 2019 to 490 in 2020. The island Filipinos workers were displaced by the island's declining tourist members. Number 3 is due reduction of employment to a coronavirus or COVID-19 outbreak on the mainland China. A large number of workers in the Boracay Island have lost their jobs. Many workers in Boracay will be unemployed for 2 to 3 months. Restaurants, travel companies, and hotels were the most common employers. More than 1,000 employees are affected by the flexible work hours imposed by 20 businesses on the island. Due to travel restrictions impacting visitors from China, Hong Kong, and Macau, the Department of Labor and Employment, or DOLE in Aklan Province, announced that establishments in Boracay and Calibo have closed shop as of February 21, 2020. The drop in tourist arrivals have also hit hard vendors, tricycle drivers, and other informal workers who are relying on tourists for their livelihood. Boracay is a place you will keep coming back to. No matter what time of the year you choose, you surely enjoy your vacation in this small but world-renowned island destination. From swimming, diving, to exciting water sports, the vibrant nightlife, Boracay has a lot to offer beyond its perfect view, fine white sand, and clear waters.